Hello and welcome back. In this session, we're going to talk about the App Manager, what it is, what it does, and how we can utilize it. So, what is the App Manager? Well, the App Manager is where admins go to create, delete, and customize apps in greater detail. Where we had the app menu to reorder the apps and potentially to remove visibility of them, the App Manager gives us much more control. So, let's head into Salesforce and take a closer look. So here we are in Salesforce, and we're just going to head to setup. So we'll hit the gear icon, we'll hit setup, and then in the quick find search bar on the left hand side, we're just going to type in App Manager. And then once we click the link for App Manager and open it up, you'll be presented with a full view of all your apps within your Salesforce org. So you can see the app name, the developer name, the description, the last modified date, the app type, and also whether or not it's visible in Lightning. So again, this isn't really that clear, but that says visible in Lightning experience. Now, as you can see here, you can create a new Lightning app, and we'll walk through that process shortly. And we can also connect apps to Salesforce as well. So what we'll do now is we'll just have a quick look at customizing an app, just so you can see the options that we have. So we're going to go into the sales app. So to do that, we just hit the drop down here and we just hit edit. We're then presented with the interface for us to start customizing that app. So as you can see, we can give the app a name. We can set its developer name, although this one's a standard Salesforce app, so it already has its developer name set. We can set the description, choose an image to display for it. We have the color value for it. We can set it to match the org theme options. And again, we get a little preview of what it's going to look like there. So we can just customize the app details and the branding on this page. If we click on app options, we can set the navigation style. So whether that's going to appear as a standard app or a console app. We can then set the form factors that it supports. We can also set what setup experience the user will get. So that's whether they get the full setup or just service setup. And again, we can personalize the app in a little more detail here as well. If we move to utility items, we can start adding and removing utility items. So for example, if we click add utility item, we could choose what we want. Now, when we're saying a utility item, and let me just remove that. When we talk about utility items, they're basically going to appear in the bottom left of your Salesforce app just for quick, easy access. So if we just add history for now, you can then set some more details for it here so you can control it a little bit more. And again, you can set the alignment. So whether it's a default alignment or mirrored, we're going to leave it as default. So it'll be on the bottom left. And then we'll just quickly save that change there. Then if we go to navigation items, we can actually choose what objects we can see or what we can't see. So for example, let's just get rid of forecasts and let's get rid of people as well. And we'll hit save to make those changes. And then finally, we can actually control what users have access to this app. So we do that through the use of profiles. We could choose which profiles actually have access to the app and which do not. But we're going to leave it just as default now, and we'll just come out of that. So once you come out of that, you're back to the Lightning Experience App Manager. We're just going to head back to Salesforce. We'll just quickly refresh our screen. So again, make a quick note of how your sales app looks there. And what you should be able to see is the changes that we've made. So you can see there's no forecast, there's no people, and we even have this little utility item at the bottom here. Now, as you can see, the utility only works in console apps. So because this is a standard app in terms of the navigation of it, it's not going to work. But just be aware that's where you would actually customize the utility item and where you would place it. So let's take a look at a business use case just to give us more context around the App Manager. Dave J. Massey is an international coaching and consulting company, and to improve user experience, they'd like to create a new app that is tailored to their sales team. So let's head into Salesforce and do that now. So here we are in Salesforce. I'm just going to close the App Manager down, so we're starting from fresh again, and we're going to go to the gear icon. We're going to hit setup. We're then going to go to the quick find search bar on the left hand side, and we're just going to type in App Manager. We'll open App Manager, and this time we're going to hit New Lightning App. So we're creating a brand new app. So we'll open that up. For the app name, we're just going to call this DJM Sales. For the developer name, if we just click into that, it'll automatically populate. And then for the description, we'll just put in DJM Sales App. For the image, I'm going to upload an image that I've already downloaded, but again, feel free to download one just so you can see how this works. So I've uploaded my DJM icon. So once I've uploaded the image, I could choose the hex color value. So for that, I'm just going to set this to a nice, we'll put it as like almost like a blacky blue kind of color there. What I'll do then is I'm just going to check this box. So the org theme options are the actual app's image themselves. We get a little preview of how the app appears in the app launcher. We'll hit next. For the navigation style, I'm going to set that as console. I'm going to leave it as a desktop and phone form factor. We're going to have full setup there. I'm going to disable end user personalization so I have full control of it. And I'm going to leave this as empty, so we're not going to clear any workspace tabs for each new console session. We'll hit next, and then we're going to add the utility item. So I'm going to add history, and I'm also going to add notes as well. And I'm just going to leave everything as default there. I'll then hit next, and now I need to choose what objects I want in that navigation bar, or what tabs I want. So the first one I want is home. I 100% want home in there. And then we're going to have campaigns. So we'll have campaigns in there. We'll then put in leads. We're also going to add in accounts. We'll add in contacts. We'll add in opportunities as well. And then the final two we're going to put in is reports and dashboards. So this should be everything that our sales team needs to work with. We've got campaigns, leads, accounts, contacts, opportunities, reports, and dashboards. Now, we could also put quotes and orders in there, but we're just going to leave it exactly as it is here. And again, we have the homepage because, again, I think that's really important for any app to have a homepage. We'll hit next. And then again, we can choose navigation rules. Because we're building a console app, we can then start choosing how these display. So whether the workspace tabs or whether the sub tabs, we're just going to leave everything as default. We'll hit next, and then we just need to select the available profiles. So I'm just going to make this available to everybody. And then we just hit save and finish. And once that's finished, you'll be able to see that we have our sales app here. Let's head back to Salesforce and let's test it out. So if we press the app launcher, you'll see that we have DJM Sales there. And if we open up DJM Sales, you're going to see the app that we've just built. So as you can see, we have Home, which is the tab that we wanted to begin with. And then we've got all the other tabs that we want in there, so all the other objects. So we've got leads, and again, if I just go to all open leads for now, and I open up a lead, you'll be able to see that it's just functioned exactly as a console app should. So let's quickly summarize the App Manager. So the App Manager is where admins go to create, delete, and customize apps in greater detail. You can specify the app details and the branding, the app options, utility items, navigation items, and you can also specify what user profiles have access to the app that you create or edit.